Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Tim Stoddart. This is Ask Sober Nation. I believe this is episode 4. I'm doing it big this time, guys. I wish I could show you. Usually I record them on my little janky iPhone here, as you can see. Maybe you can't see. I cracked the screen a long time ago. And we got a real video camera here. We're recording on a Canon. We got some higher resolution, and it's gonna look great. I'm gonna get some time to edit these. I'm excited. So what we're doing, I've been doing a bunch of Facebook Live stuff, and people have been sending in questions that they want answered. And you can also use the hashtag AskSoberNation on Facebook. You use it on Twitter, Instagram, doesn't matter. Whatever you want to be able to get in touch with us. I'm gonna be doing these videos for a little bit. I'm gonna get the whole Sober Nation crew to do these videos so we can get some other perspectives. And we're going to jump right into it. So, like I said, these questions right here were given to us through the last Facebook Live that we did, and I'm going to run through 3 of them. So, getting right in, Allie asks, in your opinion, do you think addiction is a disease or a choice? I've been clean for 4 years. I didn't feel like it was an incurable disease, but rather a choice I chose to use, and I chose to get clean. What are your thoughts on this? Allie, thank you so much for the question. My thoughts on the disease model are as follows. I'm a little bit indifferent to what people decide to call it. I'm not indifferent to how people decide to treat it. I think that you have 2 choices. You can either treat addiction as a disease and treat it as a health issue, or you can treat it as a criminal issue. Treating it as a criminal issue doesn't work. It's ridiculous, it's stupid. It doesn't work from a lot of levels. It doesn't work from like a success rate level with helping the actual person, and it doesn't work from an economic level at all, because we waste a lot of money, millions, probably billions of dollars, throwing people in jail for small crimes. 90% of them are just drug or addiction related. And it's stupid. It's one of the things in life that gets me most angry when I think about it. The fact that there's just so many people who are good people and maybe made a bad decision, or maybe they're addicts and maybe they're sick and they're just rotting in jail for no good reason at all. That's how we're doing it now. So calling it one thing is important, but how you treat it is way more important. Because it's time, you know? We need to start treating it as a health issue. Treating it as though somebody has a malady, whether it's a spiritual or physical or mental or whatever you want to call it. That makes a lot more sense, both in terms of helping the afflicted individual and in terms of just the bigger picture on a national and a global economic scale. Question number 2, Julie asks, my son just got out of prison. Sorry to hear that, Julie. He's been clean 16 months in there. He took all the drug and alcohol classes. What can I do to help him stay clean now that he's home? He wants to stay clean. You know, Julie, first off, I'm happy for you that you have your son back in your life. I hope that he also stays clean. It's a tough one. I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong answer. I think the thing that's important is that you can't extend yourself farther than he's willing to extend himself for his recovery. So however much work he's putting in, feel free to match it. You know, maybe sometimes we'll get into like a little slump, or like he'll need a kick in the ass or whatever, and I think that's fine. But I've seen a lot, both in my own family and friends, people loving other people so much that it almost turns detrimental to them, because they just hate seeing their loved ones in pain. They hate seeing their son in pain. They hate seeing their daughter or their mother or their sister in pain. And it's hard. I've experienced that, you know. It's really, really difficult. So it can be even harder to take a step back from that. And I'm hoping, Julie, that you never have to. I'm hoping that he takes his recovery really seriously. I'm hoping he does the deal in whatever methodology he chooses to go forth. But it's his recovery. It's not your recovery. I know that you love your son, but you can't make it your problem. You can be involved in the solution, but the actual problem of his drug use and the consequences of it, it's not your problem, it's his. And he needs to take responsibility for his life and his recovery. And when he does, I promise you, it'll be so worth it. You guys will both be so happy, and you'll have a great mother-son relationship that I'm sure that both of you want. Finally, question 3. Katrina asks, why are resentments so hard to let go of and face when it comes to sobriety? You know, Katrina, I think that resentments are convenient in a way. I think that it's easier to be resentful towards a person or a place or a thing than it is to take a good, honest look at yourself and see your part in a situation and see how your behaviors brought you to where you're at today. You know, I'm not saying that sometimes people don't screw you over, or sometimes people do some dick shit, and that's unfortunate. But regardless of the circumstances, it's always your responsibility to manage your own life. And that doesn't mean that I do that perfectly every day. I don't know anybody that does that perfectly every day. Because here's the other thing, right? Resentments are a complete waste of time. Even though, yeah, sometimes people do things that are hurtful, and sometimes it can take a little bit of time to let that go. But in terms of like a pragmatic and a practical standpoint, resentments are completely useless. Nobody ever has benefited in life or sobriety or recovery from being resentful towards somebody. Not once. It's just not possible. It's in your best interest. Even do it from like a selfish standpoint. I've had resentments that I had to let go of because I wanted to be selfish. Because I thought, you know what? I don't want to feel this way anymore. So I'm going to let go of this resentment for me. Not for him or not because I wanted to forgive anybody, but for me. You got to do that. You know, you got to do what you got to do because resenting people is just a complete waste of time. It's not going to get you anywhere, and it's stupid. You know, it doesn't mean that it's easy to let go of, but when you think about it from like an outside perspective, you're angry at somebody and your anger hurts you, which makes you more angry, which hurts you more. And it's like a cyclical pattern that never is beneficial to you. And it's silly. Like when you think of it like that, it's just so silly, isn't it? So, you know, Katrina, I don't know why you're having a hard time with it. I think it's time for you to take like a real personal, honest look at yourself and figure that out. And then when you do, you're going to be good. Be right as rain. Alright guys, I enjoyed this. I'm excited to finally be in a position where we can really kill it with these videos. I love talking to you guys so much. Please keep sending us your questions. It's not going to be just me in case you guys are getting sick of hearing me. We're going to have the whole crew up here. So email me, Tim, T-I-M, @SoberNation.com. It's SoberNation on Facebook. It's Sober_Nation on Twitter. We got SoberNation on Snapchat. We got social media everywhere through email, and then of course you guys can contact us through the website. We're always here for you. We're always here to help. If you're struggling, if you got a family member who's struggling, call us. We'll find you help. We'll take care of you. We'll do whatever we gotta do. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being a part of this community and for helping me stay sober a day at a time. I can't do it without you. I appreciate you so much. Talk to you later. Peace.